Hey, welcome back to Mojave KY. So I thought since I'm going to do some mods specifically on a specific vehicle over the next little while, that maybe we should just do an introduction of the project. The 2006 Jeep Wrangler TJ. Just got this from a family member. Unfortunately, they ended up passing away, and it got passed down to me. But something that that they loved, totally reminds me of him. Makes me miss him for sure. But looking forward to doing some projects on this. He would absolutely love that, and we'll get started on a bunch of Project Jeep TJ mods. So stay tuned for that. Let's just do an overview so you can see what we're starting with. I've done some stuff, but I haven't done a lot of stuff. And I'll show you some of the things that we're gonna do here relatively shortly. So come on, let's check it out. All right, so my favorite place to start on the Jeep, let's check out the engine. So here is the engine, 2006 Jeep TJ, two-door. So this is the 4-liter inline 6. Let's just, I guess, talk about some of the things that, at least short-term, that I've planned to do. I guess one of the things, wasn't working was that light. So fix that light just so you could kind of see in here. Plus, I think it's kind of a cool thing. You can see here, so these kind of grommets and connections and hoses and stuff, I'm definitely getting some leak of oil through there. I've actually cleaned that already, and it still has oil leaking through, so we're going to replace those. Certainly as one of the things I want to get done. I actually already have the hoses and grommets and connectors there, so I'll do that in a video. Definitely looking at replacing this air intake. I don't know if you've ever driven one of these, but they don't have exactly the most power. And I'd love to look at adding some more power. So we'll look at that. The inline 6, I'm going to do a spark plug change. So down here, replacing the spark plugs. It's inline, so as the spark plugs, kind of go like that, unlike typically you'd see them on each side. Next piece, this little guy here. So the air conditioner is fine if it isn't too hot outside. So if it's too hot, you can tell that the air conditioner could definitely use some boost, and so we'll boost that, and hopefully this will, we take this little guy off and put those air recharger kits on. Hopefully we'll have something nice that will increase the air conditioner and make it work when it's hot. Because I live in SoCal and I live inland and it gets hot. All right, well right now, those are the quick things that I'm looking at doing on the engine. If you guys have any other suggestions, definitely considering replacing the header and doing the exhaust, because I definitely would like some more power. I know it's not going to be a lot of power, but I take anything I can get. All right, so that's the inline 4. So I know you just saw these guys, right? Simple connector. I actually like them, but these ones are, they're from 2006. So we're going to replace these on both sides, obviously. Moving on to the hood. I think you can kind of see where the paint here isn't the best. So I'm going to get this hood cleaned up, and I actually am going to put a decal right over the top of this. So I have a video that we'll do where we'll put a decal up on that hood once I get a chance to better clear the paint and clean the paint. I have another piece coming here for this to get black. That's back ordered, so I don't know when I'll get this. I just got the decal for here, so stay tuned on another video for that. Moving down to the 33s. So I really like these rims. They are pretty coated, so I don't know if this is oxidation or what this is, but you can kind of see this just, you know, doesn't clean up real good. It still looks pretty bad. So I'm gonna try and buff these out. So I'll do a video on buffing these out. I think if I can get these, you know, mirror shine, these look pretty sick, and I certainly would rather not replace them. So all of the rims really pretty much look exactly the same. So hopefully we can do that. We'll try in another video at least. All right, so a few things on the grill that I'm considering. I actually have a couple mods already. So I have a kit to replace this chrome to black, so to kind of match what I'm thinking about doing on the hood and what I'm thinking about doing on the cowl. And then I also have kind of some inserts that go in the grill that kind of highlight them in black. I think that'll look kind of nice, especially with the bumper. This piece here, so this is so you can tow it behind an RV. I don't do that, but my dad did, so that's why it's there. But I would like to remove it just aesthetically. So there's a few things like this that I don't know when or if I'll get to these. A little bit of rust coming through here from some sort of rock chip or something like that. Doesn't look great, but not sure that's real high on my list. This door latch, this one's not that bad, but let me show you the passenger one. So here's the passenger one. A lot more rust, as you can tell. I've looked at how to do this job, and man, it kind of looks like a pain in the butt. But that needs to be replaced probably sooner rather than later. So at some point, I'm gonna replace those, and I'll do a video on that. It just doesn't look like a great job. So one of the things I'm planning to do is actually get a new windshield. It's not obviously that expensive, about $200, $250 to have the windshield replaced. I'll show you on the inside, but when it rains, it leaks as the seals no longer work, and it looks okay here in the video, but it's a little potted. You could definitely use a freshening, but that won't be super high on the list as we're going into summer, so I don't expect any rain. All right, so let's look inside. So it's a Jeep on 33. So I've got these little Velcroed handrails, right? I mean, it's something I put on, but obviously it's not a really difficult modification. But if for some reason you wanted to see me show you how you put those on, I can, but otherwise I'm not planning on it. All right, so you can see pretty low miles, like just under 64,000 on a 2006. So it's been driven sparingly. It does have the manual, which honestly I think makes this thing a ton more fun to drive. I'm not sure if this would be much fun to drive, given how weak the engine is without a manual. All right, well, hopefully you can see there. That's where the stripping is coming away from the window. It's also same thing over here. You can see right through it. So at some point we'll get that replaced. So here, as you open up the door, I'd love to have just some guards there. So I ordered some pieces to go there just as you step in. Yeah, just a little rough. So I'll clean that up and then put those pieces down. I'm not sure how much I can clean that up, but I don't see any rust on it, so that's good. Definitely would like to get some rock crawling bars down under here, you know, right in this area. So I don't have that mod, but at some point hopefully I'll be able to get that. Yeah, so otherwise, you know, it's simple cloth seats. I've got the back part folded up right now. I'll show you the back, but you don't have a lot of space unless you fold those seats up, and I mostly drive it with myself and my wife, so don't have a lot of other plans inside. So if you have any other ideas, I know, certainly the stereo is very basic, but it does have a Sirius XM lifetime account on it, so I am hesitant to get rid of that just because it's got a lifetime account on it. I definitely would like to do something just with the gas cap, just to, I've got like a small crack, hairline crack in there, and just be nice to replace that, have it look a little bit nicer. You can kind of see that these guys are grayed out a little bit. They are actually far worse if I don't have product on them, and they actually do have some product on them right now. But at some point, maybe we'll replace those. All right, let's just take a look in the back. So as you can see, you have a decent amount of space back here, as long as you have that seat up. One of the things I am considering is just as, just getting a little old in the tooth here. It's a little dirty. Is replacing all of the interior carpet. I think it's more of just a big work job rather than being all that difficult, and it's not really all that expensive. So I'm looking at the bed rug one, and I'm also just looking at just a carpet replacement. I don't know which one I'm going to go with. I definitely am partial to bed rug stuff, but we'll see. So that is my new project car to play around with. It's a great looking Jeep in my opinion. I just think there's some stuff that we can do to really just kind of spruce it up and bring some life back to it, and get some videos doing car stuff, which is always a blast. Hey, so thanks so much for coming back to the channel. We are at 2,200 subscribers, which is just fantastic. So thank you guys so much for the subscribes, for the likes, for the comments. The last video, for some reason, I disabled comments somehow when I uploaded it. I'll try to make sure that comments are available, as I do really enjoy your guys' feedback. And I am asking for ideas. What kind of mods do you think would look cool on this? And I'm not saying I'm going to follow what you say, so, but I do appreciate any ideas that you can give me. So I'll, as a relatively new Jeep owner, I don't know a lot, and so I am definitely open to learn, but I do know what I like. Recommend things that are cool and maybe somewhat affordable, and maybe I can put those on this project Jeep. So last little thing before we go, we are using all the money, and I may do a separate video on this. We're going to use all the money that the YouTube channel is making to buy a lift. So the last payment, and I've always tried to be really transparent, the last payment was $153. And so that $153 is now in the savings account, and we're just going to build from $153 up until we can get a lift. So it's not like the full big giant lifts, right? I don't have any room for that here, and I certainly don't have the money for that. But those easy jacks, that kind of lift, something I can get, 7,000 pounds up off the ground for about 1,500 bucks. So we have 153 bucks. It's going to take us a while to get there. I think it's going to take a year. It might take longer. I don't know. I might get bored, and maybe we get some way through it and I get some money and pay it the rest of the way. I don't know. But that's the goal right now. Just wanted to fill you guys in on that, and hope you guys keep supporting the channel. Really appreciate all the follows now that we're at 2,200, which is pretty sweet. So thank you guys again for watching. Look out for some more Jeep videos. Those will be coming up here pretty soon. I think we're going to replace these ones first, and then we'll work on the front pieces that I have, and then we'll kind of work our way back. So thanks again for watching, and as always, keep modding.